My name is Mrs. Vosper, for those of you who may not know or who may not remember, and I am your school counselor because every classroom has a very important place in it, and it is called the calming corner. When we start to get really big feelings, like when we start to feel worried or anxious or nervous or angry or frustrated, those are feelings that don't feel very comfortable. So I'm going to give you a lot of ideas to try so you can get right back to feeling more comfortable, and then you can do your second grade things. I'm going to give you something that you can use right at your desk before you even go to the calming corner. So if you start to feel nervous, there's something at your desk that you can do first. And this is what it looks like. It's called STAR. STAR stands for something very important. It stands for smile, take a deep breath, and relax. If you tried STAR and you feel like you still need to use the calming corner, there's something that you need to do first, and you are going to ask Mrs. Otto in a very special way if you can go to the calming corner. Okay, we're going to use sign language, and this is the real sign language for calming corner. So everybody do it with me. It goes like this: calming corner. Okay. Sometimes when we have big feelings and we're angry or something like that, we might feel like stomping and making loud noises when we go back there. But it's really important that we walk back there in a very quiet way, okay? The rest of our class shouldn't even notice that we're going back there. You're going to go back in a very quiet way. The first thing you're going to find is this. It is a timer. And this is going to let us know about how long we should be in the calming corner. Find something that looks like this. So we're going to start with the top part first. We're going to identify how we feel. What is this big feeling that I'm having right now? Here are the choices that you have. Excited, angry, frustrated, like if the work is getting too hard and it's getting frustrating, scared, sad, disappointed, like if you were expecting to do something and you didn't get to do it, you might feel disappointed. Happy and anxious, and anxious is the same as worried. So this says I feel, and you're going to pick one that matches the feeling that you have. I'm going to use anxious or worried because sometimes people feel like that, okay? So let's say I feel anxious. So I try STAR, and I asked about the corner, and now I'm back here and I feel anxious. So then the next thing you do is you choose. I choose, and there are all of these things that you can choose to help you feel better, okay? So the first one I want to show you about is the breathing ball, okay? Now, here's what this looks like. And some people feel like they want to do this really, really, really fast, but this is not for fast. It's for slow breathing, okay? So here's what I want you to think about when you use the breathing ball. I want you to think of something that smells really good, like chocolate chip cookies coming out of the oven or something like that. And it smells so good, you take a big sniff in through your nose, and then I want you to think about blowing out your birthday candles really slowly, okay? So everybody try it with me. Take a big sniff in. And blow out. This is called a tango. And in your box it looks like this. So the way that this works is it gives our hands something to do. It's not a toy, remember. The calming corner is to help us calm down and feel better. So what we do with this is we move it around, and we can look at it with our hands and move it around. And while we're doing this, we can think about things that we really like. Maybe you can think about your dog at home, or playing with your friends, or some of your favorite things that you like to do. That's something good to do. I choose the sensory bottle, okay? And it looks like this on here. And in your box, it looks like this. So you can look at this, you can move it around, you can watch the circles move around. the way this helps is that it gives us something to do, it gives us something pretty to look at. You can look and see which one is the last to go down. You can go like this and watch them spin. You can pick a color in here and think about all the things that you can think of that are that color, like all the things that you can think of that are blue. This gives your eyes something different to look at, and it gives your brain something else to think about. So hopefully you don't, you get your mind off of what made you so upset, okay? This one, if you can see the picture of it, it looks like a faucet that water comes out of, but it is called drain, okay? So here's how you do drain, and you can do the arm part of this right in your desk, okay? So you take your arms like this, bring them out in front of you, this. Take a deep breath in, and then let out the water like this. Okay, it kind of looks like water is, like you open up the drain and then the water comes out. It is called pretzel. Okay, and this gets your whole body going. So I will show you what it looks like, but I want you to practice just the arms part in your desk, okay? So when you really do pretzel, you'll do this. You cross your legs over like this, but just stay right in your seats. And then here's what the arm part looks like. So put your arms out like this. And then cross them over like this. And then tuck them up under. And then you can do a breath too. And this last one is called balloon. And this is kind of good if you're feeling grumpy or angry, because there's something at the end of this that kind of makes me smile. It's kind of hard for me to do it because it makes me smile. So here's what it looks like. Okay, so put your hands like this on top of your head. And when we take a deep breath in, we're going to blow up the balloon, okay? So it goes like this. And then you go like this. And you see, that's kind of a funny one. The other thing, so after you've done these and our timer is out, we know that it's time to go back to our desk. So maybe I'm not feeling anxious or worried anymore. So I changed it back to happy. I'm feeling happy and good, and I'm in that green zone, and I'm kind of ready to go back to my class and do the rest of my work. Remember, the beanbag is only for the calming corner, okay? So when you get to choose places in your class, like when you get to read in different places, the beanbag is not one of those that you can use, because what if somebody needs it for the calming corner, okay? We need to keep it open so that it can be used for the calming corner. You know what other classes have done? They've put their bucket right on top of the beanbag to remind us that it's only used for the calming corner. So yeah, so when you're doing these things, you can sit in the beanbag and you can stand for the ones that you need to stand for, but that's what the beanbag is for. It's a nice, comfy place to be.